Hey everybody, it's Rob. I'm back and we're going to do a Hack the Box machine walkthrough. This time we're going to be doing a machine called Cicada. It is a Windows domain controller and it's rated as easy. Um, it was still a bit of a challenge for me. I did learn a few things. I learn something every time I do one of these machines, but this one was kind of fun. So anyway, without further ado, you can see I am connected to Hack the Box's VPN, and I have Cicada spun up, and here's the IP address. As always, the first thing that we do on these machines is we run an Nmap scan, and you can see it's all pretty typical Windows domain controller. You can see WinRM is probably going to come into play here. We got a lot of LDAP ports, SMB, DNS, Kerberos. Um, I tried a couple of things to start that didn't really pan out. One of them was Kerbrute. I tried to use that to brute force Kerberos. That didn't yield any results. Um, I also tried to run enum for Linux. That also didn't come up with anything for me. So ultimately, what we did was we tried to see if there was anything with SMB. So if we do SMB client L, and we do the IP address, see what happens. Oops. It helps when you spell SMB client correctly. So and hit enter. And we can see there's some interesting stuff here. We have a dev share and an HR share. So let's try and see if we can connect to the dev share anonymously. So we'll do this the right way. /2, and then let's try and connect to dev. See what happens. Okay, ls access denied. So no good. So let's quit. And now let's try HR. Okay. And we have a notice from hr.txt. So let's do get notice from hr.txt. Getting the file. Okay, let's exit. And let's open up our home directory and see what we can see. All right. Notice from HR. And you'll notice here, dear new hire, welcome to Cicada Corp. We're thrilled to have you join our team as part of our security protocols. It's essential that you change your default password to something unique and secure. Your default password is, so we now have a password. To change your password, log into your Cicada Corp account. Use the provided username and default password mentioned above. Unfortunately, I don't see a username. So I was stuck here for a tiny bit because I had a password and I didn't know if they literally meant the new hire's name was new hire. So I did try to use NXC with SMB to see if I could enumerate an account with either new N hire, new hire, one word. I tried using new hire with a space in between quotes. None of that worked. So then I was reading about being able to enumerate users using RID, and NXC has a argument that you can use called RID brute, that you can use a null, essentially a null session, but it's not truly a null session because if you leave the username blank, it doesn't work. You have to put a username in there, but the password can be blank. So I'll show you what I mean and what I did to figure that out. Okay, so this is the command that I used to enumerate the users. Oops, cancel. Paste clipboard. NXC, we're using the SMB protocol. This is the IP address of the domain controller. I just put any user. You could put Rob, you could put guest, you could put whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Password, null. So it's just a null string. And then this RID brute flag. And when you hit enter, it'll take a second or two. But you can see we get back all of these users. Okay. So we can use this same tool to figure out which user that password belongs to by doing the following. So essentially what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to copy this. A little bit of manual work. I don't really feel like doing anything crazy with hawk and cut and all that stuff. So let's paste this in here. And we basically want to just delete everything but the usernames. So this will take a second. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run NXC with a text file with the usernames and the password that we got from that HR note. And theoretically, it should tell us which one of these people that password belongs to. I mean, we could just try to log in with all of these, but you know, if this was a longer list, if this was a longer list, you would definitely need to, I would use something like cut or awk, and I would clean this up, and you definitely want to run it against a list. You don't want to be trying to log in manually because that would just take way too much time. So we got this dev support count. And then we got this last one here, which is Emily Oscars. And once we have a valid account, we have more options available to us. Get rid of that. I'm going to click save. I'm going to call this users.txt. All right, we're going to get out of here. And now we're going to use NXC again. What I'll do is I'll clear the screen. And we're going to run NXC using SMB with the password that we got from the HR note and the user list we just created. So I'm going to paste that and I'm going to hit enter. And we can see right away that the password belongs to Michael Wrightson. Okay. So as I mentioned, evil-winrm is an option. We could try it, but it's not going to work. I'm going to save some time on the video by telling you it's not going to work. Okay, so really what we're going to do with this Michael Wrightson account is we're going to do an LDAP domain dump so that we can see what we can see as far as Active Directory goes. You could also use Bloodhound, but I always maybe just give LDAP domain dump a quick try because it's easier and it doesn't require, you know, starting up Neo4j and all that other stuff. So basically what we're going to do here, and you can see I actually saved this command when I was trying to do enumeration using new user. We're going to change this user to this gentleman right here. Copy selection, paste, and we'll see what comes back. Hopefully we dump the domain information. I'm going to hit enter. Oh, we got an error. So what is the error? User bin, LDAP domain dump, password. We might want to just try doing that. Okay, it definitely wants the domain. So what did we do wrong here? Oh, I think I got the wrong IP address. Okay. It's been a long week, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get the right IP address in there. And then this command will actually work. Paste. Connecting to host. Starting up dump. And now we should have our files here. And we do. So if we look, the one I usually like to start with is this domain users by group. You open this file up right off the bat, just in case I forgot my password, so we have another username and password. So there's at least 2 accounts that we can go back and try and connect to that dev share with. If you remember, we got access denied when we tried to connect to that share anonymously. We were only able to connect to the HR one. So if you look, we have a remote management user. Ding, 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 ding. So at some point, I'm hoping we can get this account, because that's, to me, means this is the account we're going to log into the machine with WinRM, evil-winrm. So we have a new account, this David Aurelius, and we have our Michael Wrightson account. So we have 2 accounts now that we can try and use. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to do SMB client. Let's just scroll up. SMB client dev, and we'll do user, and then we'll paste. Let's start with Michael Wrightson. Copy, paste, and then we want to type the password in, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to actually ls access denied, exit. So let's try again. And actually, we should probably, let's do this again with Cicada. .hack the box. Let's see if that makes a difference. No, it doesn't. So we're just going to Control C. And we're going to try the other account that we have, which is David Aurelius. Copy, paste, and then try his password, and let's see what happens. Aha! Now we're talking. So I see a backup script.ps1. So let's grab that. Get. There's no spaces in that, so you should be able to just grab it. Backup _ script.ps1. Getting it. All right. Let's exit. Let's go to our home directory. Backup script.ps1. Looky. We have Emily Oscar's account and password. So that is how we're going to get connected to this machine. So now we have Emily Oscar's and we have her password. So let's do the old evil-winrm. Let's see here, evil-winrm. We don't want that. Evil-winrm I. And then we want to grab the correct password. Correct IP address. Paste clipboard. User is going to be copy, paste, password. And we're going to probably want to put this in single quotes. Copy. So we'll do a single quote, paste clipboard, single quote. And we're in. So, since they dropped us into a user account, we probably want to go to the desktop, cd desktop, and do a dir, and we have the user.txt, so we'll type user.txt. There's the flag. Now, obviously we have to privesc. And I don't know if you remember, but let's see if it's still open. Yes. Emily is a member of the backup operators as well. So what I think I'd like to do here is do a who am I priv. All right, yeah, so definitely if you do some research like I did, this is how we're going to do it. So what we're going to do is because we have the backup operator privilege, we're going to dump the SAM database and system from using the reg save, and then we will use a tool called pypykatz to extract the secrets from those files. I had to do a little bit of research on this because I had never abused the backup privilege. I was hoping maybe that she had impersonate or something like that, something that I've used before. But when I put these privileges into good old Google University, it came back with ways that you could abuse this backup privilege. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the root directory, and we're going to make a directory called tmp. All right, and we're going to go cd tmp, and then we're going to just make sure we're going to do reg save h key, helps if you get h key local machine, and I believe it's h key local machine SAM, and we want to save it in this current directory to SAM. Let me just make sure I typed that correctly. Reg save h key local machine SAM, and I think I got it. Yes. All right, now we have to do the same thing for system. This is a much larger file, so h key reg save h key local machine system c temp system. Okay, hit enter. This may take a minute or two. Oh no, it's done. Let's see, ls. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to get these files over to my machine. This may take a minute when we move that system file, because you can see it's fairly large. So we're going to do download. If you're not familiar, evil-winrm has the upload and download feature. So you can use download to download files from the system you're on to your attack machine. So that's what we're going to do, download. And I think we could just do SAM because we're in the directory. So download SAM. Yep. Now we have to download system. This may take a minute because, like I said, it's a larger file, but it will work. It's very interesting. I'd never done this before. A lot of fun learning new techniques. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause the video while this is downloading so you guys don't have to stare at it. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm glad that I paused that because that took a good 4 or 5 minutes to successfully download that file to my system. So what we're going to do is the tool we're going to use is actually called pypykatz, and I'm going to include a link to the GitHub repository in the description below. It should be on your Kali. I don't know. I use Pimp My Kali, so it may be installed as part of that. But if you need it, you should be able to install it right from the GitHub. So what we want to do is let's exit evil-winrm. Come on. Let's just open a new terminal. I don't know what's going on there. ls. And we have the SAM and system here. So the command that we're going to be using to extract the secrets from the registry hive files is called pypykatz, like I said, and here is the command. pypykatz registry --SAM, and then you make sure the two files that you just downloaded to your machine are in the same directory. So we have the SAM file and the system file, and when we hit enter, it may take a minute. You can see we have the NTLM hash for the administrator. So really, you can log in using evil-winrm using a hash from the administrator account. This is the NTLM hash. So here's the LM portion and here's the NT portion. We need this portion right here. That's what we're going to log in with. Okay. And the command to do that is the same as the other evil-winrm command, except instead of lowercase p for password, you use uppercase H for hash. So we're going to point to the domain controller. We're using the administrator account, and we're passing a hash. So we're going to hit enter. My computer is so slow. I got to reboot this bad boy. I don't know what's going on. Hang on a second. Okay, as you can see, I had to reset the Hack the Box machine, Cicada. Unfortunately, it's prime time. People are probably on the machines at this point, and it seems a little bit slow. So my apologies, but you can see my IP address actually changed as well. That I was for the machine that we're attacking, but I was able to evil-winrm using the IP address and the hash. We're going to probably want to just back up one directory, go to desktop, and then we're going to do a dir, and we can see we have the root.txt, so we'll type root.txt, and there's the flag. So this machine was pretty good. I had a lot of fun. It took me a little while, but not too bad. I did learn some new stuff. I hope by watching this, you've learned something new. If there's any comments or questions, or if you see me doing anything dumb, or you have any criticisms, or you just want to say hi, drop a comment in below, and I'll be happy to have a chat with you. So if there's anything that I can do for you guys in the future, let me know. Any ideas for videos or anything like that, I'm open to all of those type of suggestions. So until next time, thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.